First, I'm going to show you our report, and this is our report. And next, I'm going to introduce a work assignment. My partner is Jing. I was responsible for the step 1, step 2, and we both responsible for the first 2 questions in step 3, and I was responsible for the fourth question in step 3, and Jing was responsible for the third question in step 3, and I was responsible for the second and the fourth question in step 4, and Jing was responsible for the question 1, question 3, and question 5 in step 4, and I was responsible for the step 5 correlation and the PowerPoint slides, and Jim was responsible for the step 6, which is to write a report. And next, I'm going to discuss the database. As you can see, this is the structure of our database, and we choose the date for the first column, which is date of sale. In the original table, the first column is date of sale, which contains the specific date of each house transaction, and the following 2 columns are county and province. They are both strings, so I choose the vary character for these 2 columns. And the next column is price. In the original table, the column price contains the specific price on each house transaction. So I choose the integer for this column. And the last column is description of property, and this 2, and in the original table, this column is to describe whether the house is new dwelling or second hand. So it's a string, so I choose the vary character for this column. And as for the MySQL queries, we use, and this is a query we use for the questions in step 3, and we use a select average, max, mean price from sales 2010 and 2015, where county and province equal to each specific question, and we also use the select price from the sales table where county or province equal to, and paste the value in Excel and to find the mode and the mean for each dataset. And next, I'm going to discuss the non-hypothesis, which is step 4. And question 1, the non-hypothesis is average house price are the same between province, Connaught, and Munster. We use Excel and MySQL queries to get the sample mean and standard deviation and sample size, standard error, and according to this data, we get the t-statics, which is minus 12.28, and and the degree of freedom, and according to this degree of freedom, we get the critical region, and obviously this is in the critical region, so we reject the non-hypothesis, and we are 95% sure that the average house price between Connaught and Munster are different. And the same for the next few questions about province. And the question 2 is average house prices differ from counties. We choose the counties in the north part, the west part, and south part, and the east part, which is Dublin, Louth, Galway, Cork, and we make comparison to each other. And the first is average house prices of Dublin and Louth are the same, and the steps is the same as above, and we get the T-score is 49.73, and according to a degree of freedom, we get a critical region, and the T-score is in the critical region, so we reject the non-hypothesis, and we are 95% sure that the average house price of Dublin and Louth are different. And the same for the next few counties. And the question 3. The non-hypothesis is house prices from 2010 to 2015 has increased. We choose house prices in 2010 and in 2015, and we get this data for both 2 years, and after calculation we get these T-scores, which is 6.64, and according to the degree of freedom, we get the critical region, and this T-score is in the critical region, so we reject the non-hypothesis, and we are 95% sure that the house prices from 2010 to 2015 has decreased. And the next is question 4, and the non-hypothesis is new house cost the same as second-hand house, and the alternative hypothesis is new house cost more than second-hand house, and we get this data for each type of house, and after calculation we get the T-score, which is minus 7.43, and according to the degree of freedom we get a critical region, and the T-score is in the critical region, so we reject the non-hypothesis and accept the alternative hypothesis, so we are 95% sure that the new house costs more than second-hand house. And the next I'm going to discuss the correlation between house prices in Dublin and Louth. And according to the summary output above, multiple R is very close to 0. and it indicates that the house prices in Dublin and Laos are not correlated. So when we can't use the house price in Dublin to predict the house price in Laos. And next I'm going to give advice to first-time buyers in County Laos. As this chart shown, the house price in County Laos has bottomed out in 2013, and in the next 2 years, the house price start to increase slowly, and the upward trend will hold for a while according to the chart, and that's all.